Bill Belichick is in the headlines right now, not for anything on the field, but instead for the chaos that surrounds him and his job status as the head coach of North Carolina. Reports surfacing yesterday that Bill Belichick is reportedly discussing a buyout and stepping down from being the head coach of North Carolina football. This comes at the same time that allegations of a toxic culture have already happened at North Carolina. Now, there are so many different ways to report on this. I almost don't even know where to start from the toxicity allegations, but you could start in the offseason with promises that were made to players that have not come to fruition. You could look at a few anonymous quotes given from current staffers on Bill Belichick's staff at North Carolina that are referring to this as a ticking time bomb, saying that no one could get a hold of him in the last 2 weeks, and that assistant coaches are already lining up other jobs in the middle of the season. I think one coach, for lack of, I don't know, I'm just going to probably violate the YouTube language rule here, but I'm pretty sure one coach referred to this as we're totally fucking the players. That's what Bill Belichick has built here. It's crazy. Now, as all of this started to sort of leak in the last couple of days, I think a logical conclusion was that there would be a buyout reached and that Bill Belichick, who apparently, per reports, was interested in stepping down and either taking a media gig and or another coaching job. That's the expected conclusion. It hasn't happened. Instead, late last night, North Carolina football's official Twitter account released two statements. One from Bill Belichick that said, quote, "I'm fully committed to UNC football and the program we're building here," followed by one from North Carolina's athletic director, Bubba Cunningham, who said, quote, "Coach Belichick has the full support of the Department of Athletics and the university." Sounds like Belichick's not going anywhere imminently, Dion. Help me sort through all of this. What the hell is going on?
Belichick's leaving. That's what's going on. That buyout's going to happen. It's of my belief. North Carolina wants to be in the SEC extremely bad. To be in the SEC, they have to create a football program with sustained success that the SEC believes in. I do believe football is being prioritized at the university. Belichick's not working out. Coaching in college is harder than coaching in the NFL. Not because of like the X's and O's, not because of game day stuff. It's because of recruiting. You're dealing with kids, so much and so forth. The way Belichick went about his pro coaching career, where it was remember the days when a Patriots running back would fumble on Monday Night Football and they'd be cut Tuesday morning? Like you can't do that in college football. You have to develop the players. You have to deal with the negatives that come with them because you're not going to have the most talented individuals every single time. And I don't think Belichick's built for that. I definitely don't think 70-something-year-old Belichick's built for that. I think this was all a ploy to get his son the gig if he just did decent for a few years. Clearly that's not working, so I do believe he is um he's like now pivoting, and I think it's just a situation where it just didn't work. Credit to North Carolina because it ain't working with Hubert and they keep giving him extensions. So credit to North Carolina for recognizing it early and just cutting bait.
Dion, how's your job going?
Beginning of the school year, everything's like a little up and down. One of the biggest issues we've had is we can't find any uniforms for our girls' sports teams.
Mm, that's a difficult thing to find a solution for. I know damn well all about that because I got a daughter that just turned 2. She's into sports and she's already outgrowing every little piece of sports apparel she had. Thankfully, I know Clara Kate Creations. Clara Kate Creations was started by a former high school teacher who quit because it wasn't cost effective to send new twins and a 2-year-old to daycare. She found it easier to make girls sports apparel than finding it to buy. And I am so thankful that she exists because if we have an old shirt of Murph's that she's outgrown, we can send it in and she takes that piece of apparel that means something and upcycles it into an outfit that Murphy can now wear as she grows up. She makes great stuff. It's honestly kind of like your fullback's wife, Kyle Juszczyk. Is that how you say it? She does that. But honestly, I think Clara Kate's coming for Mrs. Juszczyk's job.
I love that. I'm a big Juice guy. Love his wife. Love Claire Kate even more than both of them, though.
You can send in your own custom ideas and she will come up with a design. She's just the best. Look up Clara Kate Creations on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and more. If you're a Carolina football fan, what are you rooting for at this point? Aren't you just rooting for him to be gone? Wipe it clean, blow this season up. Yes, it's miserable, but just get out of this as quickly as you can.
I think so. I don't think if I'm an Atlanta fan, I don't think I want Belichick to finish the year. I think if you're going to get the best coach possible, you create the vacancy early and you go through an extensive process, and that also allows you to hire quickly. And you can sit around and wait. I don't think this is going to happen, but boy, how good of a hire would Kalen DeBoer be if, for whatever reason, Bama cuts bait?
They're not going to,
I
but
don't think so either.
yeah, it's like 3 weeks ago that would have felt like a great outcome. Look, I think North Carolina fans would take anybody at this point, though. I don't think they need like a hot name even. I just think they need anybody. I feel bad for a lot of parties involved here. The only party I don't feel bad for is Bill Belichick. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why did you take this job in the first place? And like at a certain point, like you gotta kind of question yourself a little bit on the various elements of your life and what you're doing in this stage of it. I feel bad for the players on this team. Don't you? Like what would it be like to be a college player that at least for one moment was excited to like play for the greatest coach in NFL history, and by week 4 he won't even pick up phones from his assistants? Like you're basically ruining your college career. Whether you're a future NFL player or not, you've wasted an entire year of your life putting your faith in Bill Belichick. And I feel really bad for those guys. I can't imagine even if he like somehow rights the ship and is supposed to be back next year. I don't know why any North Carolina player would sign up to return to play for Bill. And I don't know what players they're going to get in the portal with all these reports coming out. So to me, it feels inevitable that they have to cut bait and move on. But they also feel like the most incompetent athletic department in the country right now. I mean, Bubba Cunningham, I have no faith to get anything done that helps this program.
I, I, I just don't think they know what they want besides SEC. I think, I feel like the only thing that goes through Bubba Cunningham's head is SEC. And until he gets what he wants with the SEC, I don't think he's going to make any correct decision. And he will probably botch the whole SEC move too in some capacity.
Right. Yeah. I just I don't know. I feel like at a loss on this. I'm not surprised by the way it's played out whatsoever, but I just feel for Carolina fans, it would be miserable to have to pretend to root for this guy. I know Riley's going through it, so I feel bad for all parties involved. I'm shocked that they released a statement in support of him. Honestly, that must mean the buyout conversations didn't go where they wanted them to. But
That buyout number has to be high.
yeah,
Because if Belichick made you read a 300-page binder in order to hire him, I have to imagine his ask for that buyout was astronomical.
yeah, that's 100% true. So I mean, Mac Brown didn't work, Bill Belichick didn't work. Who should they look at next? I mean, do you think they could get their hands on like Urban Meyer? Do you think who else is like 75 and doesn't want to coach anymore?
I was gonna say they just need someone that doesn't order off the senior menu at Golden Corral.
Pete Carroll might be interested.
It ain't working in Vegas. I know that much.
Eh.
Um, I don't know. I mean, do they want Rich Rod? Because that ain't working for me. So.
I don't know, man. When does this actually end? Do you think he makes it through the season?
I don't. I don't think he wants to
I
either.
don't think he wants to. But in a weird way, if he wants to leave and Carolina's like, no, I like that even more. That makes me actually enjoy. Let's make Bill take some of his own medicine here, you know?
Idea.
Flip side correlation.
FC. Hubert coaches the football team. We just go
Wait,
that route.
what if Hubert's like this awesome football coach? Like,
Listen, he had Elliott last year, so he has a little idea of having like a running back on a roster.
oh God.